Hi everybody, this is Loretta. So I have a lot of requests on how to draw up Botox, or how I draw up Botox, so that you preserve not dulling the needle and getting every last strip out of your Botox. So here's my Botox vial, okay. Bacteriostatic saline. So what I'm going to do is 1 cc syringe. So I like my Botox to be a 1-to-1 reconstitution rate. I do not like to do the recommended 2.5 because it's a lot of fluid. I feel like my patients do way better with the 1-to-1, which means I take 1 ml of bacteriostatic saline and put it in a 100-unit bottle. Right there. Okay. So ready to clean my top off. Obviously, I like to draw it with an 18 gauge because it just goes faster. Good, and I get it right exactly to the 1 ml, because any little bit extra is going to make your Botox either diluted, or if you put too little in, it's going to be super concentrated and you're wasting money. All right, so we're gonna pop the top off here, right, and put it in. You should get a little vacuum that kind of pulls everything in, and that's how you know your Botox is good to go. So there you go. Good. So I like to swirl my Botox. I don't shake it, I don't turn it upside down because I don't want to leave any of the remnants in the cap. So just a little bit of a swirling because your Botox is going to be at the bottom of the bottle. It's a little white film. All right, and there's my swirling, and that's good enough. So Kebby Decapper, I like the blue one. You can buy this online. I actually got mine from overseas, from I think England. They run between $17 to $50. This is my baby. I never want to lose it. Okay. So you see this little end right here? It fits right on top, right here. And this is how I take the top off. It's not a screwing motion. Everybody tries to do that. You're going to end up ruining the cap. It's just a straight up motion. So right here. Good. I like to hold the bottle right here and just pull straight up. And you see how easy that comes off? You'll probably screw it up the first couple of times, but then you become one with the bottle and it just comes off really nice and easy. So discard. Good. And then I take the gray stopper off. So the gray stopper comes off. Set it down on a clean area, and obviously we want to keep that tip sterile. So I'm going to put it right here. Good. This is my BD syringe. It's a 0.3 mil. This is my favorite to use because I feel like I can get really precise measurements of Botox. I don't use the tuberculin syringe because it's a 100-unit. All right, so take that little tip off. So your needle is sterile, and of course everything on the inside of the syringe is sterile, but everything else is not sterile. So when I go to draw up, what I do is I look for the little area where you don't see the sticker, tilt, because I have to turn it towards me. The only thing that touches the fluid is the needle. And I always like to kind of prime the plunger and then draw up. Good. And that's my 5 units right there. And there's the bottle. Okay. Recap. And it's ready for the patient. So here's my bottle, gray stopper, right back on. Good. And then when I set it back into the box, I have it sitting up just like this. I don't turn it back on its side because it just has too much of a tendency to fall over, and I never want to waste any teeny tiny little drop of Botox because it's a lot of money. So what I will typically do here is, this is an old bottle that we just used. I will put the date on there, the reconstitution rate, and the person who reconstituted it, and then I will just write down how many units we used so I know approximately how many I have left. Okay? And that's basically how I reconstitute my Botox. So the reason I do it that way is so that these little needles right here, if you're trying to go through that gray plunger, you're gonna dull it, and then it's gonna hurt when your patients, when you inject your patients, and they hate that. So you wanna make it as comfortable as possible. And so that's how I get every last drop of Botox out of the bottle, and I don't waste any money. Okay, see ya.